Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm just going to give a brief overview on the application process for the university summer courses for the German Academic Exchange Service. Hopefully, this will help shed some light on any queries you might have about the application or about going to Germany to do one of the summer courses. The summer courses, also known as the HSK, are a 3 to 4 week long summer course, and these typically take place between June and November. The program allows you to improve your knowledge of German, the German language, and the German culture, and gives you a small taste of what it's like to live and study in Germany. The courses are offered by state-recognized German universities or affiliated language schools and are typically a one-off payment of €1,061. Here you will find the link to the course list, and there you can find all of the different programs that are available. Please have a read through those and see which ones are most suited towards you. And then from there you can decide which course you would like to apply for the scholarship for. There will be a choice of three, and I will talk about that later on when you come to your application form, that you will then specify from order of preference which courses you would like to apply for a scholarship for. So, the application requirements are as follows. A student must be 18 years old and enrolled at a university in the UK or Ireland in either a bachelor or a master's program. And this needs to be for the length of the summer course itself. The student must have a minimum of A2 level German, and this will be done with a language certificate, which I will mention later on in the presentation. If you are a first year or a final year student, you can also apply. Typically, we get applications from second year students, but first years you can apply as long as you can prove that you're an A2 level of German. For example, if you have done a German A level, you are more than, I would say, you are more than good to go ahead and apply, as long as you do the language tests, which I will, of course, mention. And then final years, you can also apply, but you need to prove that you intend to study a master's program without any gap between your bachelor's and your master's. So something as simple as getting in touch with the course provider at the university where you would like to study the master's program, and a sort of an email exchange with your intentions to go on and study a master's will be sufficient. The application process is as follows. There is an application online via the DAAD portal where you will need to create a login and access the online application form. It's around 5 pages, the application, and there is where you'll need to specify your three preferred courses. So I mentioned 2 slides ago that you can have a look through the course list, and then you see which ones courses are most aligned to your skills, let's say, or your interests, and then there you can please specify from 1 to 3 which ones you prefer. Please also include your CV in German, in tabular form, and also a letter of motivation, also in German. Um, Please also attach a copy of your school leaving certificates, or if you're already graduated from your bachelor's, please upload the documents for this as well. Translations of the documents, if they are applicable, should be uploaded together with the document in the original language. And then also any language certificates. So again, I will go on to talk about this in the next slide. And any other relevant documents, any work experience, internship proof, anything that might be good to highlight your profile and make you stand out as a strong candidate. So going back to these language certificates, as I said before, you need to prove that you have an A2 level of German, and these can be done via the list of tests below, most popular being the Onset Deutsch test, but other ones, as you can see, are also an option. If due to the pandemic situation you are not able to complete any of the following tests, then you are able to complete a language certified or a DAAD lecturer certified test, which can be done with the DAA lecturer at your university. Um, if you do not have a DAAD lecturer at your university, then you are, of course, able to reach out to a lecturer near you or in your region, and you can do this via this link. There you can see the list of DAAD lecturers that we have across the UK and Ireland, and then please reach out to them accordingly to arrange the online German test, if, of course, the onset test or the Goethe or anything like that are not an option to you. I do just want to mention that any of the tests, if you have done them in the past 2 years, or if you've done it in the past year, let's say, then they are relevant again this year. So they are still good. You can still use them. And again, for the language certificate for the DAAD test online with the DAAD lecturer, if you've done this in the previous year, it's still valid, and you can use this again this year to apply. So as I said, the application is through the DAAD portal, and there you will need to create a login, log into your account, and complete the application there, along with all of the documents that you are required to upload. So that being the CV, the letter of motivation, all of your school leaving certificates, of course, the language certificate that I have just mentioned, and then any other supporting documents. Please note that you can only upload PDF files to the portal, so please do bear this in mind. And another thing to bear in mind is that the application deadline is the 1st of December 2021. And after this deadline, applications will not be accepted. It is a worldwide program with hundreds and thousands of students applying from all over the world at the exact same time as you, and therefore we do ask you to try and get your deadline to get your application in before the deadline as soon as possible, sooner rather than later. How can you make the application? Well, you can go to the daad.org.uk link. That takes you to our British or UK and Ireland website. And there you can go to find funding, scholarship database. And there, if you type in summer, you put here you're from the United Kingdom, summer, your status would either be graduate or undergraduate, but in the end it doesn't matter anyway. And then here you will see the university summer courses, and that's the one that you need to be looking at. There as well in the university summer courses, you can see the overview, the application requirements, the procedure, contact and advice, and the application itself. And there you've also got the link to the course list that I have mentioned previously in the presentation, and a little bit about more about who can apply, what can be funded, and so on. If you also do go to the course list and you found courses that you like, please do click through, and there you should be able to find more information on accommodation and things that haven't been discussed in the presentation. If you're having some technical issues, then please do try the following: opening the application in another browser, using a different device. And as I've previously mentioned, submit your application when you're ready. Do not leave it to the last minute, because there are bound to be technical problems on the day, and we don't want to have any emails from disappointed students saying that you haven't been able to apply because unfortunately it will be too late. If you do come across any technical difficulties when completing the application, then do get in contact with our portal via this link, and they should be able to assist you with any technical issues that you may come across. So, the most important selection criteria are typically that you have a strong academic background, or not a strong academic background, that's the wrong thing to say, that you've got good academic achievements. So that's the kind of thing that we base it on. If you're a bachelor student or even a master's student, I don't imagine that you've got a a wealth of work experience or relevant work experience. So obviously academic achievements are crucial in this situation. To have a convincing motivation or letter of motivation and also a good CV, it's important. And again, any of these supporting documents that make you stand out as a strong candidate are always good to have. The selection panel are all DAAD lecturers, and we invite a few of these to virtually meet with us and go through each application here in the London office to select the candidates that we want to receive the scholarships. Results for this will be communicated around April 2020, and this will all be done via the DAAD portal, so please do keep your eye on that. Again, the DAAD portal is quite important now at this stage because all of the communications will be done via the portal and will all come from our head office in Germany. If you are successful for receiving a scholarship, you do actually need to go ahead and accept the scholarship, and you need to do that via the portal. If you don't do this and you don't do it within a certain amount of time, then the scholarship will be given to somebody else, and that unfortunately means that you will miss out. So make sure that you are proactive in checking the portal and making sure that you act upon any actions required from you. And make sure you read all of the T's and C's carefully. And if you are not successful this year, then we obviously encourage you to apply again and watch out for other DAAD programs that might be of interest to you. Just a quick note about visas and things, because we get these questions a lot. If you are a European national or a British national, you do not need a visa. Your stay is under 90 days and therefore it's not necessary. If you are a non-EU or non-British international, then please get in contact with the German embassy here in London and they will be able to liaise with you further on this. And in that case, that concludes the presentation. If you do have any queries, questions, or anything like that, then please get in contact with this email address, highestcar.london@daad.de, and either myself or one of my colleagues will be available to pick up your request and, yes, hopefully point you in the right direction. Thank you very much for listening, and good luck with your application for the Highest Car program.